I go to the gym, and I was going like 3-4 times a day. Like I was like, I'd get home and I'd be like, nothing else to do. I'm like, all right, time to go to the gym, right? And I'm like, I just need something to like to ease like all that trauma and all that shit that happened. So yeah, so the gym like honestly like probably saved me like for sure.
Welcome back to the Level Up Life, Muscle and Mindset Mastery. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. We got a special guest today, Bostyn. How do you pronounce your last name? Is it
Drapp?
Drapp? That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's Drapp.
Drapp.
Yeah,
Okay. Yep. I was wondering. So
yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. So my first thought, I'll let you explain a little bit more, but I'm in recovery.
Yeah.
When we first talked, you told me you'd gotten a OWI, DUI.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you own a bar.
I work. We have 3 right now.
And you don't drink now.
I'm 13 months sober.
Yeah, awesome,
sober.
Man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah. Thank you, man.
How hard is that?
It really, a lot of people ask that. It really hasn't been that bad. When we first got the bar, we kind of made a pact, like as owners, as people high up in management, like all that, like we know that's like the number one thing that like kills bars, right? So we just kind of made that pact, like when we're in this bar, we're not drinking, and we stuck to that. So I think that kind of helped, like now, right? I kind of got used to like being around people sober while they're drinking, and I think that helped a lot. But at first, obviously, those first like couple months, right, was tough.
Yeah.
Right. So I just kind of like anytime I wasn't working and I had some free time, that's like when I really started hitting the gym like hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, hopefully I can like substitute, right? Like
get rid of drinking. Substitute.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than, alternatives, right? So, yeah. It hasn't.
I also think because I was a big drinker in parts of my journey, and now I get, and it's not necessarily a reflection of everyone else, but I get pissy when people are like sloppy drunk.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I think part of that is it's because that was me. Yeah. And it's more of like I don't want to say resentment towards myself, but that's how I was.
Right.
So do you have that type of?
Yeah. So I have really good patience, right? Like just in life, like before I got in the bar game, I worked at a autism center, like with kids. Like my patient, like I have great patience, but when it comes to drunk people, I'm like, I wear thin, like real quick. But yeah, I think so. Like, and I was a fun, happy drunk for the longest time, right? So when I meet those people that are just like sloppy and like, just out of control and, puking and peeing in the bar and like things like that, then my patience wears pretty thin. But yeah, I kind of, sometimes I see myself in people and I'm like,
yeah, it's just like,
yeah.
It makes me really grateful that I found recovery for one. And then it just makes me like, I'm embarrassed for the people that are that drunk because, I've passed out peeing in random places and closets out in yards. Like,
right.
And it's just like, man,
yeah,
I feel bad for that person. I feel empathy. I know where they're at, and I know how the drinking kind of progresses to where to get that messed up, you really got to throw some back. And to be able to do that, most of the time you have to have some sort of tolerance.
Right.
So kind of the journey that gets to that point where first I'm like upset, angry, and then it's like I feel for them,
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy because like, when you are drinking, like when I was drinking, right, and I'd see things like that happen, you're like, oh, dude's just having fun, right? But then like once you sober up and you're like you see things way different, right? You're like you do feel like that empathy for that person and things like that. So yeah, no, I definitely
and it's you knew that self side like that.
Yep.
Right? And like I have no patience for it. And granted, I'm not around a bunch of drinking and stuff, but when I am, it's that anger.
Yeah.
I do have later on down the road, but one thought which lets me know I still have that issue where it's like, it's been 12 years and I could drink that person to where they shut up and they go to bed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still have that. And it's like, whew. And that's why I don't drink.
Yeah.
Like just the mindset goes there where 12 years and I can make this person go to sleep so I don't even have to deal with them.
Right.
And it's that strength thing. But when them people are around, I got to leave. I can't tolerate it.
Yeah. It's
whatsoever.
It's tough. It is tough. And especially like, I kind of have to, right? Like I got to be at the bar sometimes. Like that is part of my job, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be there and do what I do. But yeah, it's definitely, it's gotten better though, right? Like I've just kind of accepted it as like, everybody has like crap they got to deal with at work, right? And that's just one of the crappy things I got to deal with at work.
Right.
So.
Slick ever get on your shoulder like, you can have just one?
Yeah. No, honestly, like sometimes I forget like that I'm in, like I can't drink. Mm-hmm. So I'll go out with friends and I'll be like, oh yeah, like I'll like a high noon. That was like my go-to, right? So I'll sit there and I'm about to order and I'll be like, oh, can I get a, and then I'm like, oh wait, I can't do that anymore. Right. So my go-to is always water. But yeah, no, I do have those like, not like where I want to drink. I haven't had that yet, thankfully.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, I just forget and I'm like, everybody else is drinking, I'm going to get a drink. And then I'm like, oh wait, can't do that.
Yes, I have moments where I'll be out with people who, I'm the one in recovery and they're
mm-hmm.
not. And
right.
They're having drinks and where I decline and they're like, they kind of push a little bit at the beginning. My go-to is always, I'm allergic. And they're like, what? And I'm like, break out in handcuffs. So that's
what happened to me.
It's my easiest way to describe it. So like for me, it was a little bit deeper than just the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
The alcohol was more of an entry point for me.
Yeah.
Where I would start, your bars are in Saginaw, right?
We're about to open one up in Saginaw.
Okay.
I work for another one out in Hemlock, Frankie's, and then we have another one up between like Harrison and Farwell called the Swiss Inn.
Okay.
So
not Maselli's.
No, we don't. It's actually super close to there.
Yeah.
It's like 15-minute drive, but yeah, no, not that one. Yeah, we don't own that.
Yeah. So anyway, back to mine was like drinking would start it, and then it would just be like, oh well, I'd be around people smoking, and then it's like you kind of get. The alcohol gets you into that environment where people are they're partying, they're kind of doing the other things. And then it would be somebody's, hey, I got an 8-ball, man. You want to come?
Yeah. And then when you're drinking, you're like, yeah, mm-hmm. Right. Then when you're drinking, like, obviously like you're not thinking right. And you're just like party, like, let's go. And that's how I was. Like, I was never a drinker, like where I would drink every day. Right. But those days that I had off when I'm like, okay, like this is an appropriate time to drink, I drank everything and I would do those crazy things, right? So, yeah, I definitely get where you're going with on that. Yeah, because I was never like a 2 beer and done guy or 3 beers and like I wasn't a responsible drinker, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was all right, we're partying. We're partying until I got to go to work again, right?
They call that binge drinking.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I did. Was I binge drank? It was, it got to be where it was every day, but it was I'm only gonna have 2 half pints.
Okay, yeah, right.
Right after work.
Yeah,
and it was on the weekends or like when I didn't have to work. It was like bottomless. I'm just gonna drink as much as I can and 12 hours, whatever. Yep. And that's what I got a DUI from that was in Cadillac.
Okay.
And I mean, I'd been drinking for hours and had this attorney tell me, he's like, never do the breathalyzer, always. And his advice was, I think, directed towards people who are more close to the legal limit than I was, because it didn't make a difference. And they did the blood draw and all that. And
right.
Yeah.
What was your thing? What was your
0.379. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
That was at I got pulled over at 1:50 a.m. So a lot of bars will back their clocks off a little bit.
Yeah.
So they closed
15.
at 2.
Yep.
Yeah. And then it was like I left, and I was the best drunk driver in the world. I'm sure that's what every drunk driver out there says. We're all terrible, so don't do it.
Yep.
But that was my logic. And there's a spot on Mitchell Street right in the main drag. You go over to the cross street, and I would throttle. I'd hit the throttle. I had a Camaro at the time. I'm like 95 Camaro over this bump, you know, and ended up going 45 and a 25. That's what got me pulled over in the first place. So I tried to drive home, but there were multiple lights behind me. So I ended up pulling over. But when you don't stop and you don't like obey what they're doing, they will draw their guns on you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So mine was kind of crazy. I wasn't driving when I got my DUI. I was coming home. I was in Bay City, and I live in Saginaw, so I was driving back home, and I was on the highway, and I'm like, yo, I am way too drunk to be driving right now. So I'm like, I got off, pulled off in a parking lot, and I'm like, I'm going to sweep this off, right? Well, I pulled into a parking lot that has, like, parking security. The security guard saw me pull in. He called the cops about a suspicious vehicle, like, 4 hours later. I didn't get arrested till, like, 6, 7 in the morning. Right, and I closed the bar down at like 2. And I did the same thing. The cops came up. There was like 3 cars and an ambulance, because they thought like I was just passed out and they couldn't wake me up because I was hammered. Right. Finally wake up. They do the whole breathalyzer, or not the breathalyzer. The
stupid human tricks.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. And I, didn't pass those with any colors at all. But yeah. So that's how I got caught. I refused the breathalyzer, went in to get my blood drawn. So like 4 or 5 hours later, and I was 0.20. And so that's how I got.
Well, and I think it's important to note that when you're drinking that quantity, so for me, I was on probation at the time for leaving the scene of an accident, causing damage to fixtures. So I had crashed my car into a light post,
right?
And I fled the scene because I was drunk,
right?
So I got probation for that. Well, fast forward, basically I'm still doing the same dumb shit,
right?
And I end up getting pulled over. Well, so I couldn't bail out. I didn't have a bond. I had a probation hold, so they knew I wasn't going to be able to get right out. So they breathalyzed me. So it was a Saturday night. I went out drinking. Then it was 1:50 a.m. Sunday that I left the bar. And sometime I got pulled over sometime. Anyway, the blood draw, where it was 0.379, was at 4:03 a.m. Then, so I hadn't been drinking for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So they breathalyzed me at 5:30 p.m. in the jail to see if I was able to go back with the general population, and I was still blowing a 0.15. So the point I want to make is, like, a lot of the time people think they drink the night before, that they're good when they wake up.
No.
It doesn't, just because you feel better doesn't mean, I know people who have gotten DUIs
the next morning.
When they're not even drunk anymore. They've slept it off.
Right.
So,
or they think they've slept it off.
They think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's I never thought about it when I was doing that, but that was, you figure, I stopped at, we'll say, 2:00 a.m. I stopped drinking. So 15 hours later, I was
blowing.
still almost double the legal limit.
Right.
So
yeah, that's how. So that DUI wasn't my first time arrested. My first time I got arrested, I was on Alabama in a spring break trip with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I got, I drank, and I got a public intox. I go to jail for being drunk in public. They kept me in my single cell for about 12 hours until I could prove that I was sober enough to go into to the general, right? And so yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I always thought before that I was like, if you sleep, you wake up, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Not with how much we were drinking, right?
Right.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I'll say I don't know. I must have been way smarter because I knew. I woke up, man. I'm still fucked up for school. Is gonna suck today, or work, or whatever it was. There were times, first 2 years in the oil field, I still drank.
Mm-hmm.
They'd let me work that first couple hours till we got finished and we were drilling. We were back on bottom, and they're like, "You're dangerous to everybody. Go back and lay down."
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I knew, but people in our point too, we don't drink responsible.
Right.
Right. That old boy in AA, they said, I tried to pace myself with somebody else going to a bar. I didn't pick. It didn't matter, guy, girl, age. I'm gonna match them. He was like, I couldn't get through 2 drinks. He was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get that because, you think, I'm not messed up till I have 20 drinks in me.
Right. Well, yeah, that's kind of how I was. Like, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel anything until I really felt it.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm sober. I was never like, ooh, I feel like tipsy. Right. It's like, oh, I'm about to black out in like 2 minutes.
Yeah. After a fifth, I got a buzz.
Yeah.
A big old box of beer, and I got a little bump going.
Right.
Now let's get the whiskey out.
Yeah.
Like all that, or quantifying, like you said, the hours. It's only been 14 hours. I'm good.
Right.
Not to mention any of the other shit or.
Right. Well, then you add that.
Yeah, blow or something. Yeah. That's the neutralizers.
Yep.
It's like
I'm sober. Yeah, I'm sober now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and that highlights like we all are problem drinkers, and that's why we don't drink anymore, right? So my wife, when we met, I remember she had it was in the summer. She had a beer, and I see it on the counter, and I had 2 years at this point. See it on the counter. There's like that much left, and the bottle's just sweating. I can see it's getting warm, so I'm like, I'm gonna take that to her so she doesn't waste it.
Right.
She was out on the back porch. I grab it. Hey, you want this? She's like, no, I'm good. You can dump it. And I'm like,
wasting alcohol. Like, what are you doing?
You literally had half a beer.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
And it was a moment of reflection for me. Like, yeah, everybody's brains don't work like mine.
Right.
Where it's like I never drank for flavor.
No, I hate the taste of alcohol.
Yeah.
I hate it. That's that was never the reason I drank.
I drank for effect.
Yeah.
So
that was a lot of both.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, was I?
What was your go-to? Like, what was your drink?
Budweiser and Crown.
Okay.
So as you were talking right at the rip about him asking about working at the bar, we were drilling in Denison, Ohio, and my boss and my buddy and myself go to the gym after work, and hey, let's hit that Italian joint. Half of it's family restaurant, the other half is bar setup. They are packed. Only spot, and there's 3 stools at the bar. I had a month sober in. Now, granted, half of this month I was in jail.
Okay. And
like, we're good, because they're like, we'll leave, and I'm like, because they were good dudes and supported me. I'm like, no, we're good. And bellied up, and I just eyeballed that bottle of Crown till we had a mutual understanding that we were done.
Right.
And I mean, I was pretty uplifted at that point. It's like, I got this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had such a hatred for all substances, especially alcohol, at that point. when I was sentenced to jail like that, and now I'm missing out on my life. Oh no,
Done.
she was done.
Yeah.
It was done right then and there. And I mean, it hasn't always been easy, but that was a solid one, and it made a huge impact on my road in recovery because it's like, we ain't doing this.
Right.
But oh no, I could easily sip, and like I was making good money in the oil field.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And this was just before I got in trouble the last time we were building a rig in Oklahoma City. They didn't let us do much. We'd go to the bar, and I wouldn't even bother with beer there. I'd drink one cold beer when we first got there because all domestics are only 3.5 in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So I'd get one Budweiser, and then I'd get 2 shots of Crown, and I'd slam that nice cold beer because it just got out of the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd sip, nurse on them 2 shots, and then I'd go hard. But I had to fire myself from drinking Crown. I would drink Crown in the bar. But then when we would leave, and you're not supposed to have drinks there, but I had to go to BV or something else because otherwise I was going to outdrink my paycheck.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
A half gallon wouldn't get me through 2 days. Not even close.
That's wild.
It was, I got enough for 2 drinks to get to the liquor store.
Right.
In all these other states, right? They do have something going on. But when I drank, I was like, your state's dumb, dude.
Right.
Because you had to find these specialty stores.
Yeah.
You couldn't, boom, this gas station sells liquor. Right? It was, you had to go find the wine and spirit store.
Yeah. That's
Pennsylvania has ones that are just beer stores. I'm like,
well, that's how, like, Canada's like that, too. They have beer stores and liquor, or the beer store is like the actual name.
Oh my
but
God.
like Alabama was like that though too.
I think Ohio's like that too.
Are they? I try to stay out of that state.
hated that.
Yeah.
Like, it was, but yeah, I mean, I had to fire if I got Crown, I started getting small bottles, and I'd sip on it for a minute, and then it's like, all right, now it's time to go hard.
Right.
And I mean, I would drink just so it didn't smell like pure whiskey, and I mean, it was 4/5 of whiskey with just a little splash of Coke to make it look dark. And then, I mean, it was go hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it was open the choke and watch out.
Yep. Yeah. That's how, I mean, I was, like I said, I was just a big high noon drinker, right? Or like vodka cran, like vodka, tequila, like that was my thing. So I never got really much into the whiskey, but yeah.
So did you have, like anybody else in your family that
No.
were big drinkers or anything?
So, no. So I was raised by pretty much my mom. My mom was a single mom until she got married in 2001. Actually, today's their anniversary, which is fun.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy
anniversary.
Mom and Coach.
Yeah.
I call my stepdad Coach. He was my hockey coach.
Oh, cool.
That's how they met. So kind of like the Mighty Ducks movie, I guess. But
Classic.
yeah, right. So my mom, she raised me up until then, but neither of them are drinkers. My dad, however, big substance abuse problem. He in prison, right? Like sold drugs, did all that dumb shit. So
It's literally like my story. My mom and my stepdad Carl, neither one of them drinks.
right.
I don't know if I've ever seen my mom ever even have a drink.
I've seen my mom drink maybe like 3 times.
Yeah, and
Maybe drunk once, but like other than that, she's like
Same with my stepdad,
Mm-hmm.
not a drinker.
Yep.
My dad, on the other hand, he was a big drinker and actually died at 47 from just not taking care of himself.
Right.
When you drink a case of beer, smoke 2 packs a day,
Yep.
there's going to be a bill that comes due
Right.
at some point.
Yep.
So
That's-
this came at 47.
That's crazy. So I don't talk to my biological dad at all. But like I kind of keep he's out of prison now. But I kind of keep like tabs on him just to make sure like he's not coming to the area.
Yeah.
But I just saw he actually just got diagnosed with a brain tumor and just had surgery like just like last week. So karma. Karma's coming back to get him.
Do you ever think about talking to him, or is there just
no way?
Yeah,
no way.
Not worth it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes there's hope for, a relationship. There was with my dad and I.
Mm-hmm.
Before he passed, I got to see him once, but he left at a real young age. He didn't have legal issues throughout, but and he was there when I was little, but he wasn't.
Right.
Because he was shit-faced all
Right.
the time. So
Yeah.
a lot of my memories of him, I have some good ones, but they're just him passing out,
Right.
yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my dad got arrested. I was like 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. So no real memories or anything like that of him.
Yeah.
No good ones.
Right.
But I used to go visit him, and those were not great. So
I know a lot with substance abuse, and I can't remember the exact numbers, so I'm not going to throw them out there. But if there's a history of substance abuse on the father's side, so your paternal side, it increases an individual's chances
of them having
the kid.
similar same issues. Yeah.
And that's one concern I have with my boys, my stepsons, because their dad, he's got a drinking problem.
Same issue.
Yeah, he's got a big drinking problem, and you can't change for people. So
right.
It's just sad because I see him making the same mistake my dad did.
Right. Yeah, that's tough, man.
And I am like I can empathize. Dude, I know what it's like to be caught in that, and it's just the habit, right? Like, what do I do when I get out of work? I go get a bottle. I go home. I drink.
Yep.
Maybe cook dinner, whatever it is. But you get into that habit, and it's so hard to break.
Right. Because it's like that routine, man. You just build it up, and that's what you know, and that's what you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then when you have friends that do it, and not only do you have to break your routine, you have to break down your entire friend network and
right.
Completely uproot your life. But, when I reflect on my past, I wish I would have done that. Uprooted, went to treatment, all that before I started getting into legal issues. But I don't know that it would, would I have changed without? Or
or did you need like that?
Did I need to go to prison for 2 years, and then did I need to overdose?
Yeah.
Well, there's a level of bravery, right? And that's one thing I commend all these young kids.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
That I wasn't brave enough. I knew I had a problem at 19, 20. I mean, we just September 11th, dude. How bad I wanted to join the service, but I was way too selfish to give up. I was partying, right? Like, I could drink in the military. Well, what about everything else?
Right.
I mean, they ain't gonna let me smoke weed and do blows and frickin' run around in the desert. Like, I mean, I wanted to, but dude, I didn't have the courage. I had the courage to fight. I didn't have the courage to frickin' put down all the substances. I mean, there's one kid, kind of mentor, Adam and I play ball with. He recognized he had a problem. He quit drinking 4 months before he turned 21.
Oh, wow.
And it was really all on him. He had a short go. He was coming over to the garage and working out and picking my brain about things. And, I really need to. And I'm like, dude, you got this. And you're making the decision the right way and everything else.
Right.
He drank for another, month or two. And I knew he did because he quit coming over as much. But then it was, a little while later, and, hey, I just want to let you know I just hit 2 months sober, blah, blah, blah. And then, I mean, dude, just a few months before your 21st.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that was a big one. I had people.
Crazy.
I mean, I was in the height of my drinking bad then. And it was like, I knew I had a problem, but anybody that would say anything, I'm like, I can tell you what to do with your mouth, right? What's your excuse? You drink.
Right.
You're 30, whatever. You're 40, whatever. I'm 20. I'm 21. This is what I'm supposed to be
drinking. Right. Yeah.
Right?
We kind of have that culture for.
Holy moly. And I mean, that's a level of bravery that I don't think I'll ever could have been that strong.
Yeah,
And
that is crazy for that young. But that kind of goes to show like like you, for example, like it just takes one person to kind of be like, you can get like your life together. You don't have to be drinking. Like if you have a solid person that you can kind of like rely on and and help you through that. Like
I mean, this
that's
kid
really
is
all it takes.
such a stud human being too.
Yeah.
Like
ball player too.
Ball
Nice.
player. I
Nice.
mean, football. I mean, everything about him is just stand up, solid as can be.
Yeah, good.
And I mean, it takes that to make that sort of move to recognize, like, you know, this isn't like a typical 20 college kid.
Right.
I got an issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going home after work and drinking by myself.
Right.
Avoiding people because he knew he was going to hit that level. He was going to be that fall down, slurring, freaking get kicked out of the bar, even though he wasn't old enough to be in the bar at that point, right?
He would have been when he was old enough.
Yeah. But it's like, go do it by myself in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Hiding from my mom, right? And where he is now, like, so proud.
Yeah.
So proud of him.
That is cool. That is good.
Now let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, Pine Haven Assisted Living. At Pine Haven Assisted Living, they believe in making every resident feel at home. Nestled in the peaceful countryside of Hemlock, Michigan, they offer compassionate care in a family-like environment where residents can enjoy independence with the support they need. Registered nurse-owned and operated, their team provides personalized care, home-cooked meals, and a range of activities to ensure your loved ones continue to live a fulfilling life. They also have alpacas and llamas on site to enrich the lives of their residents. Experience the warmth and comfort of Pine Haven. Call them today at 989-295-6632. That's 989-295-6632. Or you can visit them on their website at pinehavenassistedliving.com. That's pinehavenassistedliving.com for more information. Now, back to the Level Up Life. I think a lot of the time, like in my scenario, and I think this is the truth for a lot of people, that it becomes a coping mechanism of some sort. Emotional pain was mine, all of my using. And really, I think that's the case for majority of people that have problems with substances. It's a coping mechanism for something else, emotional, spiritual,
right?
You know, even physical pain.
Yeah. I mean, I never made the conscious decision to like drink because of like childhood trauma or like anything like that. Like I was just like, I have right. I'm like, yeah, I have fun when I do it. I'm not hurting anybody except for me. You know, I'm having fun with it. Like so I didn't see it as a problem. But yeah, I don't know.
No,
yeah, it took me like getting that DUI, going to jail the second time to be like, all right, like
it's time.
It's time to call it quits. And,
when the pain becomes great enough.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was similar to that. There was no conscious, oh, I'm sad today.
Right. Yeah, I never did that.
I mean, was that there? I mean, there were definitely times, right? I'm so mad. Boom, let's go.
Yep.
Usually was on my own or the happiness, right? But took a long way removed to recognize a lot of that stuff because I didn't have a whole lot of trauma when I started the first handful of years, right? I had a pretty good upbringing. And, you know, I took advantage of my parents being old. I was the 6th out of 7. I mean, they weren't that old, but I was a smooth operator, right? Like,
right.
I mean, teachers, everything else. I wasn't waving a flag of like, hey, I got a pound of weed in my backpack and I'm drunk right now or any of that stuff. Right. It was, I flew under the radar, and how I never got in trouble prior to that, how I never got an assault or a drug charge is beyond me.
Yeah.
But, well, and like you said, days that end with Y, And I think that was kind of part of it for me too, not just the experience in my past, but I would be pissed off. Work went shitty, whatever. I worked at Avon Automotive in Cadillac.
Okay.
The rubber factory, it was terrible.
Yeah, sounds like it.
I'd come out of there, my arms would be all scorched from these heaters.
Mm-hmm.
So we would mold rubber hosing.
Yep.
We'd have to roll this thing into this giant kiln, and we'd have to put all these hoses on these forms. And when
they wouldn't give you a step stool so your forearms weren't laying.
No, dude, I'm telling you, my legs would be burnt, and I hated my job.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like I didn't like where my life was at. I didn't have a purpose. I was just kind of like floating along, just earning money to pay the bills. And
right.
There was just nothing
right.
fulfilling about it. And I think that was part of it for me, where I would just be like, there's nothing else to do. I'm miserable. Right.
Yep.
Like, might as well just drink
right.
it. Drink it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, you can fake the happy drinking too, right? That's my reason to smile.
Right.
And then hit my head to pillow. Do it over again.
Yep.
My new coping mechanism is the gym.
Yeah. Like, so it's crazy. I went through like, so before my DUI, I went through like this crazy, like really shitty breakup, right? Mm-hmm. We found out that she was pregnant, and then she ended up miscarrying. And then I found out she was telling other guys, she miscarried their kids, right? So it was like all at once, it was like, shit, right? That's when I started drinking like crazy. And I got like, before that I was I was a fun drunk. I'd go out and I'd have fun with everybody, and I'd be like, star of the bar, right? After that, I was still having fun, but like I was getting like not great thoughts, right? So it took like that DUI for me to be like, all right, like enough's enough, right? So I quit after I got my DUI, and then I would go to the gym, because when I was sitting in jail, I'm like, I got to find something else to like, I can't be doing this shit anymore. I go to the gym, and I was going like 3-4 times a day. Like I was like, I'd get home and I'd be like, nothing else to do. I'm like, all right, time to go to the gym, right? And I'm like, I just need something to like, to ease like all that trauma and all that shit that happened. So yeah, so the gym, like honestly, like probably saved me, like for sure.
Yeah, well, I know all of my years where I don't call it recovery because I was abstinent. I wasn't like changing my thought patterns. I would go, and even in prison, I was hitting the weight pit, lifting. I loved it. Yeah. Made me feel good. And there's some science behind what it does chemically in the brain.
Releases some dopamine and all that, yeah.
And so I have some theories of why or our bodies are engineered that way. But I keep going in and out of abstinence, relapse, jail, abstinence, relapse, jail, this kind of pattern. And so this last time when I was in jail, I started doing push-ups, walking the little bird cage here in Midland County. And I'm like, fitness is it for me. This is going to be huge.
Yeah.
This is going to be a huge part of my life. I get to treatment, and I'm telling people, like, I'm going to be a trainer. Be a trainer in Midland. This is where I'm going to work. This is my plan, Some people were like, I really think that you're going to do this. They believe me. And then there's people are hating on it, like, whatever, dude. Yeah. And then I had people like this guy in my early days as a trainer telling me, oh, you are one of the best trainers in the Tri-Cities.
One of.
No, he didn't say that. I can't even say it, but anyway.
He was like, dude, that was ballsy. There's these people. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he, focused on it as not only a career path, but also like keeps me I get squirrely sometimes if I don't have physical activity.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the gym, but if I don't have that physical activity, I go crazy.
Yeah.
So it keeps me even killed.
Insane.
So,
yeah, dude.
On top of that, like when Eddie passed away, my buddy here,
Mm-hmm.
a good friend of mine, lifting buddy, we lifted together every day. It was hard because my coping mechanism it was where the pain was coming from.
Right.
So I remember in Edge Fitness when I was out there, I would work out, be on the pec deck or something, just middle of the set, start bawling, you know. But it was like, okay, this is I gotta keep doing
you gotta
this.
push through that, man.
This is the positive coping mechanism that I have in my life, so I have to keep going with this. And we explain it to our clients all the time. There's so many benefits, like confidence. It doesn't even have to go along with body composition changes, but when you know you're doing something for yourself,
right,
and you walk out of that gym and you're like, you might be a little bit taller.
It's huge mentally, for sure.
So I think even, change anything food-wise, so there's not really you're not putting on a ton of muscle, you're not losing body fat. It's just, there's people that go just for the mental health.
Yeah, that's exactly me. Obviously, I'm not like jacked or anything, right? Like, because I'm really not going to be like, I'm trying to get as strong as possible, and I'm not trying to get like as shredded as possible, right? I'm going so I can mentally go through the day.
Yeah, and that's what it started with me. It was 100% occupy that time.
Yep.
And for my mental health.
Yep.
And taking my dog for walks on the trails now that one's just as equally important to me.
Yeah.
I mean, for the year, I think I've been averaging about 4 miles or 8 miles a day.
Oh, wow.
And there's waiting on clients. I'll hop on the treadmill now, my workout's in, and I'll get usually a mile or two a day walking on the treadmill. And that's at a quicker clip. And I take my dog for a walk, and we're 2 to 4 miles generally on each walk. But, I mean, and that one's a leisure. It's, how about you, God? We need a minute.
Right.
And we do a whole lot of talking and watch that dog run. And we go. And that one has become equally as important to me as the gym.
Yeah.
You get the nature aspect too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Touch some grass.
Yep. Touch some grass.
Yeah.
The gym though, I see it with clients where they come and they're lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a month, it doesn't even have to be a month, just a few weeks, their whole demeanor changes.
Yeah.
It's a complete transformation spiritually.
Yeah.
As far as what happens to them, their self-esteem, their confidence. I don't think without the gym, I would have been, let's say I went into something different than personal training. I don't think I would have been as successful because what the gym has taught me about like hard work.
Yeah.
The grind, right? You can't cheat it.
Right.
You gotta keep,
you're only cheating yourself.
It's consistency.
If you cheat it. Yep.
So I apply all these principles to goals that are outside of the gym, and it helps me. I remain accountable to myself. It helps me just not focus on the instant gratification part, which I think is we get so much of that from social media these days that it's like
people need results now, answers now. They want to see things now. Yeah.
It's 2025. We need the easy button.
Right.
Everybody wants the easy button.
Yep.
You want to lose weight? How about this shot?
Yep.
No, diet and exercise? Hell no. This shot.
Yeah.
This shot. What? No, this shot. I mean, that's all they push. Easy button. Easy button.
Yeah.
Well, to defend the shot, some people it is necessary.
100%.
I mean, I could play devil's advocate here, and because it does, some people, when you can eliminate 3 obesity-related symptoms with one medication and eliminate another 2 medications because of this one, that it is beneficial. I don't take a hard stance on it though. It's doctors. That's different realm. Not my expertise, but I think, if I had a close family member that was asking me, I would tell them, try everything you can before you do that. And if you can't get results on your own, I mean, weigh the plus and the minuses.
And I speak on, with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And it ran its course, and then it was becoming detrimental. Like, oh, cool. Hey, you're losing weight, but you feel good one day a week.
Yeah. Is it worth it?
What kind of life we living? I mean, 'cause this really sucks. I know it sucks for you because you feel like shit every day. And if I got to work, that one day you feel good, that's cool.
Lost a whole week. Right.
Like, and I mean, and it had some benefits, but not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quick fix button's hard in today's day and age. And I see some, like you mentioned, the dude we play softball with. Him, I got, few of my stepsons that they're starting to get older.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be 16, 19, 18, and 21 in the next calendar year. So they're young adults, right? And the work ethic that they have is not TikTok built, right? So it's cool to see when I see the youth, some of them that aren't like tied into that instant gratification. Right. So I wonder, how does that happen? How does that happen with these kids that are exposed from a very young age to these electronics and this instant gratification? How do they sidestep that and still develop the work ethic?
Yeah.
It's cool to see.
Right. Yeah. It's unique to see, obviously, like as another business owner, right? It's like finding kids today with a good work ethic is far and few between.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but I mean, I wouldn't say, it's probably not just the kids. Like, it's a lot. It's just people in general, really.
Yeah.
It's hard to find just like a good worker.
I think COVID, them years robbed a lot of people of a lot of all that.
Yeah.
I mean, going every election year, the oil field will slow down. And it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But, you want to talk about grueling, working 95 hours a week, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and finding somebody that could handle that.
Right.
You think it's hard to get somebody to bust tables
in
the
right,
bar,
yeah.
right? Or,
yeah.
There's a lot more to it, bartending or somebody being in the kitchen.
Right.
Versus that grueling schedule and
yeah.
everything else. It's so bad Walmart don't have greeters no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
right.
they can't even find somebody that's worth the shit to say how you doing when you walk in the door.
Well, and then to the point you guys both made, and hiring trainers, finding you, Jordan back there, I feel like I found diamonds in the rough, because it's not just a educational side, right? And I don't want to leave Cade out, and Lola, but to have the skill set, knowing the human body, knowing movements,
right.
knowing how to cue movements, all of that, plus you have to have the people skills.
Yep.
And then to be reliable and all the other things, like I got lucky. I play the lotto. I didn't win the Powerball recently, but I did with your staff, because I got really good
and we
people
have a
around
good
me.
Staff, especially our bar up north. Hopefully, I just interviewed people like the past 2 weeks for this new bar, and kind of my philosophy when I'm going through hiring people, like, are they a good person? Are they reliable? The rest, thankfully, in my position, I can teach the rest. Right? We can teach somebody how to cook. We can teach somebody how to serve. We can teach all of these things, right? So it's just, finding a good person, genuine person. Hopefully they're reliable. Typically they are if they're a decent person. So yeah, I've kind of just built this new bar kind of off the old philosophy.
What's his name? When's it open? You want to throw a little promo out? Tell the audience.
So we've been talking about how bad drinking is this whole time. Let me shout out my bar.
Well, so hey. to be fair, it's like we,
serve food, right?
Yeah.
And to be fair, I ruined alcohol for me.
Exactly.
I didn't ruin it for.
There's responsible
else.
drinkers out there.
Yeah. So
that's So the new bar, downtown Saginaw, is gonna be called Gordy's. As far as we know, for an opening date, there's still construction. Mm-hmm. We were actually hoping to be open in 5 days. Not gonna happen.
Right.
We'll probably be like late October, early November, hopefully.
So I seen a clip, like you got some funny videos on Facebook, man. Like
thank you.
I see him by this pool table with like he's got like a duck
trunks.
Floaty on, swim trunks, a duck thing, and floaties on his arms. And I'm like,
we have free pool after 9 at
That's
Frankie's
what it was.
on Thursdays, Fridays, or Fridays, Saturdays.
It's clever, right?
Yeah,
it hooked me. I'm like,
whatever gets views, man.
Awesome. Yeah,
I'm just trying to get our stuff promoted and have people see it. So
gave me a smile.
Good.
I'm like,
and that's that's like one of my biggest things. Like I love making people laugh. I love being funny, like all that. So good. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
That's one of my favorite compliments.
And then I seen a post this maybe a couple months ago or a month ago. Jimmy Green in there.
I love Jimmy Green.
Yeah,
Jimmy Green's such a sick dude. So our bar, the bar that's downtown Saginaw, it's kind of going to be like a higher end sports bar, right? So we're partnered up, kind of, a little bit with the Saginaw Spirit. That's why we got Jimmy in that video.
Yep.
So it's going to be like hockey themed bar. So before or after games, like,
That's the spot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But,
what do you guys have for food? I'm getting hungry. I don't know about it for real.
I can't say too much right now.
Oh yeah,
I will say we'll have
good warm food.
Yeah, we'll have warm food. That's all the construction is right now. We're getting a kitchen in there. We're putting a hood in and new grills and fryers and all that because it was a bar before, and they didn't have proper kitchen equipment. So it was more of a drinking bar, and we want that good split. So yeah, we're putting a kitchen in.
Don't want to be smoking out your patrons.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
So
that's cool, man.
Yeah, we're excited for it. We're pretty pumped.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
great
thank you very
conversation. Thank you all for tuning in. Do me a favor. Go down to the little spot here where you can click share on this video and share this with your friends, your family, your strangers, my strangers, everybody. Thank you. Deuces.